Hi there, everybody. I'm Mark Bromley, running for House District 34 for the state of Colorado. In 2023, the Democrat Party deliberately and intentionally went out and lied about me. They tried to tell people that I was stolen valor. They would try to discredit my military service. I do have a DD 214. I am an honorable service veteran. And I have these medals that I received while I was in the military. Now, from starting at the bottom right, I will talk about each one. The first one is the Sea Service Medal. I have more stars on this medal than you see there, and this is for consecutive sea duties at sea and multiple times, and that's what that's awarded for, the Sea Service Medal. As you can see, I have several stars on there. At a certain point, I stopped changing out the stars and putting more on there because we were at sea so much that yeah, it was just hard to keep up with it all, and we had a lazy personnel department on the Kitty Hawk, so not all of my medals are actually reflected on this. One medal that's missing was from the USS Independence. On the USS Independence, Bill Clinton said he was going to give us the Presidential Unit Citation for service in the military, and he got impeached before he actually did that. So we never got the Presidential Unit Citation. Uh, but he did promise it to us. So that's not going to show up on this at all. That's just missing. The next one is an actual combat medal here. This is for the Armed Forces Expeditionary Medal. It's right there in the bottom right there in the middle. It's in an armed conflict. It's patrolling the southern border of Iraq and the airspace around there because it's supposed to be Operation Southern Watch. That's basically one of the major operations that was going on over in that uh, area over in the Arabian Gulf, and that's why we were at sea multiple times. I did back-to-back tours over there. You're not supposed to be doing back-to-back tours, but I ended up doing back-to-back tours over there. Once on the Independence, then I cross-ducked over to the Kitty Hawk, and we basically stayed in the Middle East, uh, patrolling, just doing circles in the Arabian Gulf, uh, launching airplanes. I worked on the flight deck, one of the most dangerous places, one of the most dangerous jobs that you can be doing every single day. I was up there every single day. And yeah, it's not one of the safest places. It's very dangerous up there. Hazards do happen. And when they do happen, it happens quickly. I did actually get picked up by an SH-60 Seahawk. In the Army, they call them Blackhawks. We call them Seahawks because they're painted gray. The, the armies are kind of painted black. They say black, but they look dark green to me. Well, anyway, no count for taste. And the next one is the more colorful one here, the red and yellow one. That is the National Defense Medal. Everybody is given that because as long as there's a condition of conflict, war, or some kind of theater going on, the National Defense Medal is given to all recruits. The solid maroon colored one, that's good conduct. That's being in the military with no disciplinary actions, without getting in trouble, without doing anything wrong. After about 4 years, you get your first good conduct medal. I do believe after 12 years, you get to change from your insignia goes from red to gold. So yeah, I was already on my way there with this particular medal right there. That's a third of it completed. The next one is the Battle E. This is for having one of the best ships, one of the best commands. That's most squared away command in the Navy, and it's awarded for meeting those standards of battle readiness, ready to take on the world, ready to protect America, ready to defend the world. And we earned this multiple times. One of the actions that the Independence received it for was protection of Taiwan, of the Taiwan Straits from China. We flew around, we did that. We had nukes on board. It was getting out of hand a little bit, and this is why Bill Clinton, before he got impeached, offered us the Presidential Unit Award that we never got, and sadly, that's just the way it is. Let's see the next medal here. I'm going to have to pull up a website. I forgot. It's been some time since I actually was in the Navy, so I don't remember all these medals that well because it's been a long time. But this is a impressive set of medals, an impressive set of medals for the time that I was in the military. A lot of people that spent as much time as I in the military will not see this many medals. It's not that easy to get this many medals. I do have qualifications in pistol and rifle. You don't see that on here. I didn't put those medals on there because, even though I was in the military, I'm not a advocate of gun violence. I don't really support that whole entire initiative, but I understand the importance of guns because I was in the military, and there's some really bad people in the world that want to tear everything America stands for apart. So keep your guns, keep your bullets, keep those things clean and fresh and ready to be used because one day the ruinous, terrible, dishonest Democrats who have been calling me stolen valor and been putting that in the Northland Thornton Sentinel newspaper through their Colorado communist media, and that dirtbag Jane Reuters and that dirtbag Marianne Goodland that's been writing false and fake news articles on me just to promote the Democrat platform. They're just dishonest people. They would never understand military service. They would never understand what it is to defend this country, but they would try to create a civil war if they could through dishonesty and lies. And that's mostly what the Democrats have been doing here in the state of Colorado. Dishonesty and lies for a ruinous, disastrous agenda of theirs. It's just basically hate crimes. And they wanted to call me stolen valor. This is actually all real. But where was I? I was talking about the multi-barred, the red center with the yellow lines and the two blue lines and the two green lines. That is called the Navy Admiral. No, wrong one. Navy Merit Unit Commendation. So that's the Navy's Merit Unit Commendation. And then the next one on the very top there, that's the Navy Unit Commendation. I know they seem the same. Exactly why are they actually like that? I don't know. But I got two on that top one right there. That's what that little star means. That means that I have duplicated that medal more than once. So I guess when you count this whole thing up, what I'm actually displaying right here, I actually have two Battle E's, but I'm only showing one on here right now. But anyways, we're just going to count what I'm putting on display right here for you. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 11 medals right there, with another 4 or 5 medals that are missing. Sorry about that they're missing. They might just be stars, little additional E on there or something like that, but don't worry about that. I did get a puck because I thought we were going to get a puck, Presidential Unit Citation from Bill Clinton, but we got pucked by Bill Clinton. He pucked us good. And I'm saying puck, P-U-C, okay? Presidential Unit Citation. Yeah, we got pucked on our puck. So, mother pucker. And that's what I'm saying. So yeah, there we go. And that's actually a pretty good set. That's a good rack right there. So what do you guys think? What do you think? Am I stolen valor? Is this stolen valor? Is that what that is? You think I went into the Navy and just stole these medals with my overseas duty, forward deployed in foreign lands for multiple years, never seeing, not stepping foot in the United States for many, many years, and when I did, I got a ticket for somebody else's fireworks. Not my fireworks, somebody else's fireworks in the city of Northland. Imagine that. I didn't even set off the fireworks, and I still got a ticket. And I was in the service at the time. It's the first time I was back in the States in like about 2, 3 years, something like that. And yeah, I tell you, the Democrats are just dirtbags. That's really what they are. Here in the city of North Korea, Northland, Colorado, Adams County, North Korea. That's what it is, the North Korea of the United States. That's where I live. And it's driven by poverty. It's driven by corruption, by the Democrat platform, lies, dishonesty, deceit, disinformation, the dirtiest politics I've ever seen in my entire life. And as you can see, this rack that I'm showing you in this picture, this is honor, people. This is an honorable man who did his service for God and country, did his service with a good conduct medal, that did his service to protect your lives, to protect your asses. And you know what? I've had conversations with some of the Colorado Communist media people, and I told them that they should probably get off their lily butts, join the military, and go into the job that I did for this country and see if they actually enjoy it, because they're not going to like it too much. It wasn't a really fun job. A lot of the people that I worked with came from the same streets that George Floyd came from. They came from the exact same streets, city streets. Some of them were from inner city gangs. There's this guy named Patrick. He had a tattoo of a Black Panther on his back. I don't know if he was messaging something there. I asked him about it. He never actually came clean about it, but I know what the message really was because he rhymed with the darkness. And he was one of my buddies. We hung out quite a bit. I played some jokes on him. He played some jokes on me. We had some fun. And we hung out over at the Soul Bar from time to time. And well, there it is. There it is. And all these people, white, Asian, Hispanic, black, it doesn't really matter. We're all in the same shop. We all work together. We're going to be in there 24/7. And we were there protecting your ass. And, they were a great group of guys. This is the V2 division. Literally, when the Secretary of Defense came and visited the ship, he was told not to get close to any of us in the V2 division. We're a bunch of animals. That's what the command was telling them, that we're a bunch of animals. It's probably true. We probably would have put that Secretary of Defense to work cleaning the cat tracks. Yeah, he would have got greased pretty good. Probably lubricated pretty good too. So yeah, it's not an easy job. It's a tough job. It's catapults and arresting gear. It was the C-130 steam-driven engine catapults. Uh, Nowadays, the new aircraft carrier is saying steam-driven catapults. That's barbaric. Yeah, maybe it was. Maybe it was pretty barbaric back then. But it launched Tomcats, F-18s, Vikings, Prowlers. Yeah, you bring it, we sling it. That's what it was. We were the home of steam, sweat, and blood. So yeah, steam, sweat, and blood, and sweat, steam, and blood. Well, whatever the saying is now these days. But it was the V2 of the 6 Deuce, V2 of the 6 Trice, and that's who we were on the aircraft carrier. That's what we were. We were all proud of that. My rating was actually below decks, and because I had a below deck rating, they wouldn't let me have my air warfare pin that I made. I won that. I earned my air warfare pin. They wouldn't let me have it because I belonged below deck. They said I had to do subsurface. No, not subsurface. I mean surface warfare pin first. And the surface warfare pin, when I did that one, they said that I'm actually in the air department. Because I'm in the air department, they're not going to give me my surface warfare pin. So they're screwing with me. So I put that on the back burner because I'm not going to be screwed with. Screw it. But yeah, I did earn my surface warfare and my air warfare pin, even though it didn't show up on my DD-214. So, but yeah, I actually did that. So yeah, this is my pin. This is what I can actually say my rack looked like. And was it actually a brick? Yeah, it is. If you break all these little things up, yeah, it's a it's a small brick. If I stayed in the military and did a whole entire career in the military, this would probably be 3 or 4 times the size it is now, and that's a lot of metals. That's a lot of stuff there. They wanted to keep me on a ship, even though my shore duty came up. They wanted to keep me on a ship. They said, "You either stay on a ship if you want to stay over here in Japan, or if you want your shore duty, we're going to ship you back and make you a recruit division commander." Basically, boot camp. I was going to teach people to do boot camp. I was going to be their drill instructor. in boot camp, and then I'd end up with an Oriolette, one of those red Oriolettes that go around the arm. That's what I would have ended up with. And yeah, I would have been like Celestka Feldman. Yeah, I would have been like them with a in RDC taking care of a bunch of recruits, holding up a sign saying "Yes, you," and then I'll flip it around and show the other side and say "Drop." You'd have to do push-ups. And yeah, that's basically what I'd be making you do: push-ups, running around the building, uh, learning how to be a sailor, basically, and that's what I would be teaching people. You know, I'm not a foul-mouthed person, but you know what? When I am being lied by a city mayor in false news, made up news articles in the state of Colorado based on the far reach of the Democrat agenda, who's actually controlling and manipulating and dictating even the Republican platform in Adams County. Yeah, I have a few choice words to use here, and I have a right to use those words because a dishonest mayor lady should not be in office. I should be the mayor. She doesn't deserve to be there, not one fucking bit. They use child slave labor to keep themselves in power. They went to the schools, they had them producing QR codes, hidden websites, and they were trying to control the information of what was going on in the election. And one of those disinformation things that the Democrat Party was pushing was that they were falsely accusing me of stolen valor. I'm as real as they get. I'm as good as a soldier as any other soldier out there. I don't know of anybody else that has this many medals that got out of the military service. I know people from the Army. I know people from the Air Force. I know people from the Marines. And for the amount of time I spent in the military, you'd be hard pressed to get a rack like I have right here, right before your eyes. This is not an easy thing to get. This is work. This is real work. This is real struggle. This is real difficulty, and this is real defense of the United States of America. I'm an honorable service veteran. Says so on my DD 214. The Armed Forces Expeditionary Medal is a veteran medal from a combat zone, a verified combat zone called Operation Southern Watch. A lot of military people are over there. A lot of men and women are in the military. A lot of them are veterans. A lot of them need help. They need assistance. They need support. They do not need dishonest mayors like Leidy lying about them. They don't need a dishonest Democrat Party lying about them. That doesn't help anybody. That just hurts people in the end. And it's just dishonest that we have such dirtbag Democrat politicians here in North Korea, North Glen, Colorado, North Korea, Adams County, Colorado, North Korea, Colorado, period. I mean, the USA version of North Korea is what I'm actually experiencing from our government. The betrayal and the hatred they have of honorable service veterans who did their service for this country. Shame on you. Shame on you. Any elected official who would bash military veterans, create QR codes, false websites, and lie about us, and even go to the media and create fake news stories. Two times you guys created fake news stories because I ran against your stupid Democrat candidates that were dishonest, harmful, hateful people. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous that anybody would do that. If you have anybody in the military and you respect them, you care about anybody in your family that might be in the service who may have died, passed away, got injured, suffering from PTSD, that has to go and get some help from the Veterans Affairs, the VA. Respect them. Every single veteran in this country did more for this country in the short amount of time that they were in the military than most of the pasty, pansy ass, daisy pushers, paper pushers, pencil pushers, people who receive the greatest benefit of all, the freedom of this country for nothing. You receive the freedom of this country for free. You receive the liberty of this country for free, and you didn't even serve in the military. Yeah, that's right. You, the elected Democrats that never served a single day of your life in the military, you're a freeloading moocher. That's what you really are, a freeloading moocher. You never served overseas. You never seen what it is. You never seen the terrible conditions that I had to work with and all those great, brave women and men in the military services that served with me. You have never seen what we had to go through in order to be there to protect your lily asses. You just don't know what it is. So you Democrats of Adams County, cool your shit. Shut your pie holes and elect Mark Bromley to House District 34 because you're unfit to defend the veterans of this country that need your help, that need your help through Veterans Affairs. You're unfit to be their leaders. Vote Mark Bromley, somebody who is fit, a true veteran, a true American hero for House District 34, the state of Colorado. Put a Bromley back in the House. Mark Bromley for House District 34. Emmett Ayers Bromley was the first Bromley in the Colorado State House, Colorado State Senate, back in the 1900s. He came here in 1877. It's been about 140 years since Bromley's been on the state legislature. So vote Mark Bromley, put him back in the House. So somebody with common sense, a real American veteran, a real G.I. Joe if you want to say it, a real veteran can lead Colorado appropriately. Don't vote for the insanity that we currently have. The dishonest Democrats, the dishonest Emerge group that's ran by Soros. Yeah, that's right. They're giving your tax-paying dollars back to Soros through all these little side things like this cafe website, this other website. They do these parties in the park. They give their money back to George Soros so he can keep funding their Democrat Party through his Emerge group. And this is what I'm taking on. The Emerge group members, they have no respect for us military veterans that have protected your freedom, allowed you to freeload and mooch off of that freedom that we provide. It's okay. You can keep that. We're not taking that away from you. When I took my oath of office, my very first oath, down at the Denver processing unit before going into the Navy, where I was processed here in Denver, I did it for you, the state of Colorado. That's what my service was for. So vote for me. Been 140 years. Vote for Bromley. Thank you.